NFL players are the idols of many young people. The fame, the game, the money, and more. These players were at the top of their game, but let themselves go. While some left the field due to injuries, others left due to financial crises, which is not uncommon with NFL players. However, we are starting with players whose weight went from force to plain fat. Weight is a good attribute for NFL players, but sometimes bigger is not better, and NFL players learned that the hard way. First on our list is Eddie Lacy. The once powerful running back for the Green Bay Packers and Seattle Seahawks with a 40-yard dash time of less than 5 seconds found himself out of the NFL for the love of Chinese food. You know what they say, go big or go home. And I guess Eddie took it literally. His love for sesame chicken and shrimp fried rice made him pile on the weight. In fact, some fans said he looked like Santa Claus because of his physique. He tried losing it and stood a chance of making $55,000 every time he hit a weight goal. His love for shrimp fried rice and sesame chicken was greater. And once you become a meme, the stigma really never goes away. As such, his performance on the pitch dwindled, and he was out. Next is the talented offensive lineman, whose weight and stature was a stumbling block and a force to be reckoned with on the field. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing over 400 pounds, bulk and power were attributes that set Aaron Gibson apart. While Gibson's size and strength protected the quarterback and created openings for running backs, his weight gradually became an issue and hampered his performance and health. Like many heavy NFL players, losing or maintaining the weight proved a daunting task and shortened his NFL career until he retired in 2004 from professional football. Next is the running back, whose weight issues truncated his professional career but ended a happy ever after as a talented coach. C.J. Anderson's journey began with the Denver Broncos in 2013, where his powerful build and compact size allowed him to break tackles and dash across the field. However, at 230 pounds, this key contributor struggled with weight fluctuations and declined in his performance. Next up, we have another offensive lineman for the Baltimore Colts, whose massive frame made him an immovable force on the field. Tipping the scales at over 300 pounds, Jim Parker, aka Jumbo Jim, would bulldoze through defenses like a trailer through a sandcastle, making life uncomfortable for the opponents. Jim's love for food was legendary, as some of his pre-game rituals is to challenge his teammates to eating contest. But when his weight began to play a prank, it challenged his performance and speed on the field. Moving on, we land on the former professional quarterback Vince Young. Vince showed immense agility and mastery earlier in his career with the Tennessee Titans. Vince had a spectacular start as a quarterback and team leader that led his college to the national championship win, and his electrifying play and enthusiasm on the pitch got him into the NFL. To date, Vince is known for his accomplishments in college, but was never able to attain the stardom associated with young NFL players in his category. We wonder why. Whether it was his love for the Cheesecake Factory or his nasty spending and poor financial decisions, Vince's financial troubles set him back, and his promising career saw him file for bankruptcy after the Cheesecake Factory wiped out $25 million and saw him out of the NFL. You know what they say? He was stuck between I need to save money and you only live once, and guess he chose the latter. Well, if you're gonna live once, have enough money to live fully. Financial mismanagement runs deep in the NFL. Our next player is the most prolific passer and lightning-quick release, and the first to reach 5,000-yard passing during his 1984 season. Dan Marino made a name for himself, as this Hall of Famer has 8 All-Pro selections, 9 Pro Bowls, and 420 touchdowns during his 17 seasons. But this good record shattered after a major financial investment came, wiping away almost $14 million of his finances, leaving him in the mud and just enough in his wallet to get by. Our next NFL player did not leave because of his weight or financial problems. He just left. You could say he got tired of running around the field and desired something fulfilling. Brad Butler was the offensive tackle and guard for the Buffalo Bills, with a great career that ended too soon in 2010. His passion for education, youth, community, and country was bigger than football. The Buffalo Bills were caught unaware, but he has gone ahead to do well. Next is the legendary quarterback and one of the most successful NFL players of all time. His career was stellar, but his finances touched down too soon, having entangled himself in a crazy financial fiasco that would shock any professional accountant. Elway went from a mouth-watering net worth to sinking deep into financial woes due to poor decisions that are more thrilling than the Super Bowl. Okay, where do we start? Oh yeah, the 2010 Ponzi scheme that saw him lose over $7 million after a $15 million investment. It's funny how poor financial foresight prevented him from seeing an opportunity with the Broncos. The investment of $15 million with a 10% stake would have scored a massive sum of $388 million today. Talk about a missed touchdown. Although senseless spending and an unprofitable financial escapade did not drain his finances, he still went broke. Maybe he would stick to banking on the 6-point touchdown, where no surprises are lurking anywhere. Next is the NFL player with a knack for catching football regardless. This wide receiver was what every NFL team needed. Andre Rison was great at catching football, but not with his finances. With career earnings of $19.17 million and a colossal contract of $17 million with the Browns, he was living the dream, making most of us want to be in the NFL. But then, his love for the finest things in life, luxury jewelry, nightclub parties, and a car fleet, saw him sink quicker than quicksand. To add to his financial quagmire, he got tangled in child support payments that would quake any bank account, leading to bankruptcy in 2007. After fumbling with the financial ball on the goal line, we think he has received a playbook on how not to manage your millions. Or you could say, celebrate your victories without diamond-studded footballs. Napoleon Kaufman, a name that sounds like a military strategist, but who was the electrifying running back in the NFL, left fans both baffled and awestruck when he decided to hang up his cleats. Nicknamed the Napster, he was pretty darn good at downloading touchdowns. Kaufman, known for his lightning-fast speed and shifty moves, spent his entire NFL career with the Oakland Raiders. Standing at just 5 feet 9 inches, he was the ultimate little guy who made big things happen on the field. He ran like he was being chased by a swarm of angry bees, and defenders often found themselves grasping at air anytime they stretched forth. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In 2000, at 27, Kaufman decided to call it quits. Why, you may ask? Well, he left the NFL to pursue a higher calling. Literally. Napoleon Kaufman, the football dynamo, became Napoleon Kaufman, the pastor. That's right, he traded in his helmet for a pulpit, and his touchdown dances for sermons and altar calls. Kaufman's decision to leave the NFL was as surprising as it was admirable. He followed his heart, leaving behind the fame, fortune, and bone-crushing tackles for a life devoted to spirituality and helping others. So, while Napoleon Kaufman may have left us wondering what could have been in the NFL, he left an indelible mark as a running back, with moves so smooth, you would think he was a salsa dancer. And who knows, maybe he's still outrunning defenders, only now he's doing it in the name of the Lord. And now we are rounding off this list with a true American hero, Pat Tillman. Though his professional career was short, his performance got him into the NFL All-Pro label. But like many Americans, the events of 9/11 saw him swapping his football jersey for a military uniform to fight terrorism. Talk about the halftime show exit! Anyway, Tillman showed us that greatness can be pursued everywhere, whether on the football field or the front lines. This is the end. If we missed your favorite NFL player, please let us know in the comments. However, hit the like and subscribe buttons to get more updated information about what's going on with your idols.